Fabi, first of all, not a very difficult day at the office for you. Did you expect that from Wesley? Did you expect this mild strategy from him?
I wasn't sure. I thought either he's going to play e4 and go for a sharp fight. I thought e4 would be a sign that he's going for it, and d4 would be a sign that he wants to rock up, keep it solid, which he sometimes tends to do, and it really depends on his mood, I think. And I thought it was 50-50. Sometimes he goes for a win and he's very dangerous, and sometimes he plays super solid and you don't really have any chances to win, or because he plays like super accurate chess in general. So when he played the Catalan, I thought it's sort of, I'm playing a solid line. I mean, it's most likely we're going to reach this position after bishop c6, and I wasn't sure exactly, like he played recently.
One of the most topical lines.
He played bishop d2 against Anish in Vaikenze, and I felt a little bit stupid because I couldn't remember how the game went, even though I saw it this morning. I wasn't sure if it was a5, queen d3, or knight e4 here. But I thought maybe the game went a5, queen d3, bishop b4. I wasn't 100% sure if this was the game.
It seems to have been a game of Wesley, but with the black pieces against Shanklin. I'm not sure you should have done.
Are we out of the game?
No, we're out of the game. We're out of commission. So
not much happened in this game. He could have played on at the end, I think. After I played h5, I just didn't really see how to free my pieces. So I wanted to create some counterplay on the king side, and I think he could have played on. Like he's probably a tiny bit better, but it is more or less an equal position. I wasn't opposed to his repetition.
Well, you're the man to catch in this tournament right now. You have some followers. That's Richie Report, half a point behind. Wesley was one of them, but obviously he's not going to be able to catch up with you. Did you manage to see any of the other games? Any spectacular things happening in your opinion?
Well, Anish's game is interesting against Ding. This is very dangerous for Black, it looked like. And I wasn't sure what was going. Can we have a look at this game?
No.
Now it's over?
Unfortunately, it's over because I'm not 100% sure how to do the how to get out of where you placed us, Fabi. But that's okay.
We can figure this out.
We will figure it out at some point, but not right now.
Right. Yeah, that's an interesting game. I think I was a bit surprised by his rook h8 move, but I was even more surprised that Anish got like such a dangerous position, like such a dangerous attack, like by move 10.
Did you analyze that? Because we know you're an expert in the Italian as well, with white and black. You play.
I haven't checked this exact position, but I also might have checked it, but forgotten. I'm not sure. It just didn't really ring a bell. Of course, sacrifices like this are always possible, and I thought that bishop takes f2 was a critical move after knight f1, but I guess there's something wrong with it. I wasn't sure. I thought that rook h8 is like looking super dangerous, what he played, and I don't know what's going on, but I do hope he survives, obviously, because it doesn't really help my tournament if another person goes on +1.
Yep.
If Anish goes on +1, and I'm also a bit worried about Jan's position, although
that one is more or less balanced.
Yeah.
At least objectively, according to
yeah, but it looked a bit more pleasant for white, and
Yep.
and Jan is a bit down on time, so of course his position isn't bad, but like let's say in terms of decisive games that could happen, those are the two that I would point to. And Richie's position looked level to me, looked quite level, but anything could happen. It is like let's say an imbalanced position.
What are the feelings that you experience when you've just finished a long tournament, that's sapped into your energy levels, and then you have to play chess once again? Because it seems to be, there's something that's been hitting both Jan and Ding, from your experience.
Well, what can I say? They're not playing too well. Jan has solidified a bit. He had this like really rough patch where he clearly got tilted against me. And then
Maxime.
Against Maxime, like this was like very clear tilt. His game against Maxime was, to put it politely, completely atrocious. It was. He'll tell you the same thing, that it was a really bad game. He was better, and he just started to shuffle his pieces basically back and forth while Maxime improved his position with every move. So those two games were clear tilt. He seems to have come back to his senses, At least he's playing like relatively normal chess. Ding, like I don't understand his game yesterday. You know, the funny thing is the line he played against Wesley, I was considering playing against Jan, because it is sort of a way to get a fight. But when I was looking at the line, it felt like it's just very healthy for black. Basically, you can make any move, and white takes a great deal of risk moving pieces back and forth, like queen d4, queen d1. But like the way that he played, it just showed like a lack of feeling of danger. I mean, like if you compare it to a King's Indian or something, which is like a typical position from this structure, you know, usually white is castled and has everything aimed at the d5 square. Here white moved the queen around back and forth, and then moved the knight from g1, e2 to f4 to h3.
Yeah.
And so usually you don't want to take
Lost a lot of tempies.
three moves to play your knight on h3, and black is completely developed. Like it just feels wrong. So his play felt really bad in that game yesterday. In general, his play feels like something's very off.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you for that assessment, Fabi. We'll let you get some rest before the championship rounds. Tomorrow you play Anish with the white pieces, and you finish it off with Richie Report. How are you going to approach these couple of games?
Yeah, I'll try to put pressure on Anish. It's not easy. I've usually struggled to create winning chances against him, and he's like super solid, very well prepared player, very level-headed. So sometimes it's difficult to create chances against him, but I'll try, and the last round we'll see what the tournament situation is.
Thank you very much, Fabi. We'll see you tomorrow. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Christian. Thank you.